Tour alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles for a much-anticipated main event. 12 rounds, middleweight action between these two great warriors. He's making his way down to the ring, and he does so with a confidence where he knows he put all the hard work in, and he's ready to explode inside those ropes. Kelly Pavlik's unpredictability belies his ring walk focus. He is ready for action.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, his opponents in the blue corner, please welcome the Ghost, Kelly Pavlik.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. Watch those low blows, watch the headbutts. Let's have a good clean fight.
Round 1 of 12. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Very nice job landing that counter punch, getting away from one that was coming at him. Teddy, do you think the sport needs a national or international governing body?
Yeah, it's the only major sport, at least it used to be a major sport, that doesn't have that. And there's no unilateral control. And when there's no unilateral control across the board, well, you have too many spots that are weak for the sport, spots that do not serve the sport.
Kelly Pavlik blocks that away. Good exchange, he fires back. Holy cow! He did not see that right hand at all. He may want to tie up.
Come on now.
Some fine fundamentals, good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there, he let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
No feeling out round here at all. These two are slugging it in round number 1.
Reminds me of the fireworks display on the 4th of July, and the rockets just keep coming.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. As you've watched the development of Kelly Pavlik, is there anything you've noticed that you can say, okay, that's a tendency of his?
Well, sometimes maybe a little one-dimensional. He's in front of you. He's usually looking to get to you from that front door. But he's a guy that fundamentally, he's pretty solid.
Oh, very nice. Smart counter punch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
So the end of the round. And now a chance to put the pieces back together. He got stunned in that last round.
Yeah, well, he has to get those birds out of his head right now. You know, open that cage up and let him fly out there. And the best way to do that is find out why he got stunned. What did he get hit with?
Don't find this like jab and move.
Let's get on that swelling. I'll press on that.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Notre Dame to know that. I mean, everybody saw, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Pavlik's cheek is cut. You can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be a factor later on. Well, boy, did we find out a lot about Kelly Pavlik when he faced Jermaine Taylor and got up off the canvas to return the favor and win the middleweight title.
Yes, we did, but we already had a little peek into his window, so to speak, when he had fought a couple fights earlier. We knew he had a good chin, and we knew that he knew how to behave when he was in trouble.
Halfway through round number 2. He gets off with a combination up top.
Get your hands up.
Able to counter that attack. He just missed that shot up top.
Don't stay in my circle.
Some fine fundamentals, good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there, he let him in beautifully. He didn't use G's, he used distance.
And now another left. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautiful.
Well, Cus D'Amato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jabbed. When he's been sure of himself, he's jabbed. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited. He can pick him off a little bit.
And watch you take those shots. You understand me? Let's see more defense and more punches.
And round number 3 is underway. Fine looking combination from him now.
Well, that's the benefit of combination punching right there, Joe. The first couple missed, but the third, the fourth, they landed.
That is a big right hand after eating one himself. His opponent wanted the body, he wouldn't give it to him. Here we are early on in the pro career of Kelly Pavlik, who garnered some fine amateur honors, but came up short of making the Olympic Games.
He did, but that amateur, don't think about that, Joe, because that amateur background will serve him. That experience, he's calm in the ring, he's sure of himself in the ring.
90 seconds to go here in this round. Nice strike after catching one by Kelly Pavlik. Great movement to get away from those punches. Pavlik with a good block. Lands the counter. Scores with the combo to the head. And now another left. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action. The kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
Listen, you need to move your head from side to side, okay? I want to see that head move more. Let's get on that strong. Get the compress on that.
Here we go with the fourth round. Kelly Pavlik's making for a very inviting target right now. That cut is much worse than it was just moments ago.
What he has to do is he's got to be elusive right now. He's got to get on his horse a little bit and give those medicines that were put into the cut a chance to work a little bit. But also, he's got to slow his opponent down. Catch him with something so he doesn't keep going after that eye.
The trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. A nice block by Boom Boom. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Kelly Pavlik still very close with mom and dad and the whole family unit. In fact, he moves back into his childhood home when he undergoes training.
Yeah, well, I think that's part of his strength. I know it doesn't show up in his jab numbers, but it shows up in the numbers that matter. That he's a guy that understands what his core is, where he's from, and where he's going.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Kelly Pavlik. Good job staying away from the danger there. To go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. Well-targeted two-punch combo by Boom Boom. Took a shot, now he gives a left. with that uppercut by Kelly Pavlik. He had his eyes set on the uppercut, but was unable to land it. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Got that? It's going to happen. You're going to catch it. You're going to catch it. Let's get on that swelling.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Good defensive skill. I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Nice strike after catching one by Kelly Pavlik. I don't know how they are keeping this up. They are setting such a scorching pace of action in this fight. Solid counter punch by Boom Boom. Back up top he goes. Halfway through this round. Took a shot, now he gives a left. And a sharp counter punch by Boom Boom. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Kelly Pavlik. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Away from those headshots with his defense up top. End of the round is upon us, and if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
That was good. Took a lot out of that. Keep that up. Much better. It was good.
Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Kelly Pavlik's just not landing any body punches in this fight.
Well, he looks like a guy who hasn't been taught that. We're getting a little bit of an x-ray, a little bit of a peek into what his trainers show him in the gym or what they don't show him.
A hook for you and a hook right back. Good block by Boom Boom. Oh! Kelly Pavlik stunned and he is hurt.
Work it out.
He's a weeble wobble in the ring right now, just wobbling away. Hey, I thought he was going to be knocked out just moments ago, but he has survived this.
Well, he has a granite chin.
Keep working the jab.
Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. Good, smart, tactical move here, backing up his opponent against the ropes. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. A cut has opened up above his eye. Blocks that belt line well. Able to show you his blocking ability. Parries that punch intended for the head. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. Seconds to go in this round. One of those fights were at the halfway point. I wouldn't even venture a guess as to what the scorecard should look like, and I don't know that it even matters. All I know is this: both guys have brought their A games. Both guys have come here to fight tonight.
What you know is that it's become a real war of wills. Two stubborn guys, and they're going to continue to argue right to the end.
Certainly don't stand in front of him. Don't let him breathe. He's hurt. Get him in this round.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Looks like he has some blood under his eye around the cheek. Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in. Gets rid of that effort. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Targeted. Good looking right hand after he got hit. Throws a counter punch there. A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride.
Keep the head moving.
Well, he took one right there, but then he targeted one right back. Pavlik's opponent's probably looking at him right now saying, wow, you're not changing anything up. You know, he got to him moments ago. Now, he's got the same style that he's looking at again.
Yeah, but he got to him moments ago. Got to him one time. I think right now it's too early to all of a sudden throw everything out the window. But look for an adjustment if things don't change. If he can't get away from those punches, if he keeps having problems, he
goes down. Oh, he may be close here. Can he survive the round? Oh boy, what a break he just caught. The bell rings at the end of the round, saved by the bell.
And if you're in the corner, what do? Well, you just finished painting a house, you know, and you want to paint a little more, but the paint is still wet. You gotta wait for it to dry a little bit. You gotta wait for your guy to wake up. You gotta wait for the cobwebs to go away before you can do more painting.
Done. Had in that round. You're in control. Next round, let's busy. Get on that. Get on that.
So here we are, all wondering, can he survive the start of this round after the way we saw him go down in that last round?
Well, it's up to his opponent. Now, his opponent gets a little careless and he rushes in a little bit too close. He can get a chance to grab those hands and tie him up. And then he can kill a little of the clock, survive.
Way to block there. Blocks away that headshot. Good job staying away from the danger there. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Parries that punch intended for the head. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Throws a counter punch there. Well, we've seen the complete opposite, Teddy. We've seen fighters that when they've been knocked down, they become desperate or they completely close the door and get overly cautious. This fighter's fighting the same way he's ever fought.
Yeah, and that's either going to be a good or bad thing. That's the confidence that he's going to get it right, that he understands himself, that he's not going away from his game, from his fight, or he's going to pay an awful penalty for it because his opponent is going to pick up on that predictability and he's going to keep banging him with the same reason.
Replace counter punch by boom boom. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. And Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Double up on that jab and finish off with a hook. Okay.
As another round gets underway, it gets us thinking, how much more of this will we see? Hard to envision this fight going the distance with how lopsided it's been. Kelly Pavlik blocks that away. Defense just covering up down low. Good exchange. He fires back. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Able to cover up that gut. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Kelly Pavlik. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. A minute to go in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. Blocks that belt line well. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
This is done. This is done. Make your presence known. Assert yourself. Assert your punches.
Another round. Will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight. Pavlik's got to be really careful here. That eye is an absolute mess. The cut is really bad. In fact, it could call for an end to this fight at any point.
Well, Joe, the key is where the cut is. It's above the eye, and that means that the flow will go into the eye and, of course, impair the vision. That is what the referee's going to be looking at.
Protecting his head well with his guard. Blocks the headshot. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Able to dismiss that body shot. Nice strike after catching one by Kelly Pavlik. They both decide to bring it. Pavlik with a good block. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
He is hurt and damaged, but he's doing a real nice job of just staying away from the danger.
And now he's got to find a little bit of a way to create offense without getting into that danger zone again.
Able to cover up that gut. And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end because it is being fought with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecards. They're letting everything go in every punch.
Listen, I'm not going to let him take those shots, you understand me? Let's see some defense and more punches. Don't worry about it. The swelling is nothing. Just focus on it.
Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage. Good job with another left hand. Oh boy, look at this. Right from the get-go, they go after one another.
They remind me of my 15-year-old son going to the dinner table.
That wasn't able to land. And a smart counterpunch by Boom Boom. Distance such a key factor always, Teddy, when it comes to defense. With his good foot movement, he's been keeping that distance. His opponent, how does he close that gap properly?
Well, first of all, he's got to use his jab to close it because he's getting picked off coming in. He's getting pot shotted. So he's got to have something coming at his opponent that keeps him distracted. Use that jab. Now, don't use it conventionally, Joe. You're jabbing at the head, you're not finding nothing. You're just finding space. So jab a little lower. Drop the sights a little bit. Jab at his chest. Just so you touch something, and then you can work your way in. You can start to find them a little.
Good-looking counterpunch. Had his target in mind, but just missed. Well, you can see his mouth opening up there, Teddy, and that's often a sign.
Yeah, and it's a sign that his opponent recognizes too, and that means that it's going to give the opponent real stimulus now to push on the gas pedal a little harder.
One minute to go in this round. Neither man has decided to slow down at all. Oh boy, what a round. Protecting his head well with his guard. What a fight. What a great, non-stop action fight this has been. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. End of the round here. You can see the fans really enjoying themselves tonight. You know, Teddy, I think maybe more so than any other sport, boxing fans are not just passionate like in other sports, but they are smart and savvy. They know the game inside and out.
Well, they follow the contestants. They do understand the parameters of the game. And you know what? They come here and they kind of demand from those fighters the performance that they expect from them. If they expect a guy to box, you hear them every once in a while saying, hey, come on, let's get that jab working. They act like coaches sometimes.
And this is the final round. 12 rounds going at you. And this is the final round. Round number 12 coming at you. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Good job staying away from the danger there. Lands the counter. Oh, look at that. They exchange hooks. Well, this isn't a bad form of defense. You know who did it to you, so stay away from him, right?
Exactly. Keep range a little bit. Now it's up to his opponent to close that range.
Good defensive skill. A well-placed, gutsy uppercut after being tagged.
Keep working the body.
The ref is stopping the fight. The swelling just much too much. That's it. TKO, technical knockout. Boom Boom's your winner by TKO.
You know, Joe, I like a night where you see a guy tested a little bit. We saw him tested, and he passed that test with flying colors.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have